Actually, Zan is my better-looking brother sitting in the audience. My name is Saad Ansari. I am one of the co-founders of XPENCE. So I think the clicker's not working. Oh, there we go. So my name is Saad Ansari. I'm the co-founder and CEO at XPENCE. Together with my team of 30 superstars, we launched the region's first smart corporate card in the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, and Bahrain. Our core value proposition is an expense management solution from end to end, from making a request to booking all the way into your ERP system. We have a seamless way of managing your daily expenses and petty cash. Today, expense is used by over 21 different industry types, from individual drop shippers all the way to our largest corporate customer with 22,000 employees in the FMCG sector. Why do they love expense? Because we've made managing expenses completely transparent. We give our users complete control over how their employees can spend, when they can spend, where they can spend, how much they can spend. But we're not just doing expense management. We are building a horizontally diversified platform that allows users not only to manage their payables, but also their receivables. And that's what makes us stand out from our competitors in the market, our horizontal integration. Today, we've been growing at 2x. Our transaction volume is increasing 20% month on month. Our ARR has already hit over $1 million US. And what has been surprising for us is that our fastest growing customer segment, although we aim the product for SMEs, has actually been medium to large businesses. And we're seeing growth across all of our markets, particularly our latest market in Saudi Arabia, where we've very firmly established ourselves as the leader in the market today. Our partner is the largest Islamic bank in the world, Al Rajhi Bank in Saudi Arabia. Our platform allows for economies of scope. We have multiple revenue streams. Our main revenue stream today comes from transaction commissions, so the interchange that we earn off of each card transaction, but it is a SaaS-based product, so we have a subscription service, and we are now going into lending as well, so we will be generating revenue from lending. Today, our raise are the likes of Pimo, who are a local competitor in our market, are very vertical in what they do. So they're going very deep into expense management. Our strategy has been a horizontal one, which means to be able to offer a breadth of products to our customers. So not only do we want them to manage their expenses, but we want them to manage their payroll, we want them to manage their receivables. So today, we're one of the first companies in the region to launch that compliant invoices with embedded payment links, for example. So that's another product of ours that you have entire companies focused on one thing. It is just another module within expense.
Sorry. Thank you.
Sure.
Going to ask about the rationale behind the decision to launch in Central Asia now.
Well, look, the way that... Do I have time to answer your question? So, my co-founders and I, we look at ourselves as pioneers. We look at markets where no one else is going into. So, we were the first to go into Saudi Arabia, for example. We were the first to launch in the United Arab Emirates before people started thinking about it. Now, whilst people are looking at, say, if you're based in the Middle East, Egypt seems to be a market to go into. But the Egyptian central bank currently has a moratorium on foreign transactions by card. So where else can we go to? The gentleman, Aslan, mentioned the United States, that you've got Ramp over there. In Asia, in Southeast Asia, you've got competitors. But what we saw within Central Asia, that there isn't much happening in this space. Plus, I don't believe, I won't go into politics, but it's a good launch pad to Russia later as well. Yeah. Sorry, you had a question.
Just a quick question. Yeah,
Sure.
I assume you use AI LLMs to categorize your payments, expense, everything. So what is the accuracy level?
The accuracy level On merchant categorization, it works on the MCC codes that Visa supplies us on each transaction. Then what we do is we allow, through machine learning, customers to correct those themselves. So actually, when a transaction takes place, if it is taking place for the first time, the MCC code that we will receive will be the one from Visa. And then it's up to the customer to correct it. And then thereon our system learns what that transaction is for. But where we are applying AI today and where we're more excited about it is on the credit risk analysis of our customers rather than merchant categorization. Because what we've noticed, particularly with the large corporates, is that the corporates have their own cost centers, and so they categorize things that might be the way they do it, particularly for their companies.
Okay, so your customers, it's the first invoice or first expense, they map themselves.
So we've given them a whole tagging system. So what they're able to do is to import from their ERP system their cost centers, and then that starts the tagging. So we match it with our categories.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, thank you for your presentation.
Sure.
And you showed your competitors in the market. One of them is PEMO.
Yes.
Yes. One of the investor here 3 years ago, Shuruk, attended the seed rounds of PEMO, about $12 million, right? And also, I think last year they raised $7 million in pre-series A. As a market, you are in the same market, Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates market.
Yeah, but we are well before them.
Yeah. I wonder what is your comment on difference between PEMO and you, because in your startup, because you are running in the same markets actually, and I wonder Selim comments about that as an investor perspective, the differences and the market about that.
Okay, so this is a very common question that we get, especially when it is a very popular type of product within our market, and you will see this proliferate across all markets in the coming years. Let me give you an example of how it works. So what our customers do is they pre-fund their accounts. So they send money from their traditional bank account into a pooled money account. It reflects in the wallet they spend on the card. And then from that, PEMO, Casio, Pluto, whoever else it might be, makes around 2% per transaction that's taking place. So if the customer moves $1,000, $10,000, $100,000, they make 2% off of that, correct? How do we differ? Well, we're giving our customer a way to collect money. So let's say, for example, our customer issues an invoice to their customer for $1,000. We collect 3% when that money comes into our account. So I've already made $30 on that $1,000. That $1,000 now sits in the account, which they then use on their card, and I make a further 2% on that. So I'm making money on both ends, which is very different to what our competitors do. But it's what we see our competitors doing is being very deep within, say, Ramp, for example. Ramp offers only expense management. But then if you look at someone like Conto out of France, or you look at Tide out of the UK, they're offering full banking services. So we do IBANs today, we do transfers today, we're going into lending, we're running a pilot with an FMCG that manages 5,000 merchants so that we're able to finance the supply of these. This is what makes us very different from our competitors. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Oh, and by the way, we've raised 18 million as well. Okay.
Thank you very much
Thank
for your
you.
presentation.